See, at some point in our lives, somebody has sold us on this lie that we're supposed to find happiness. Like happiness is hidden somewhere underneath a rock. Like that's not what life is about. Life is about finding purpose in everything. Now, when you find your purpose in things, can that bring you joy? Can that bring you happiness? Yes. So happiness is a result of you doing something purposeful. And what I mean purposeful, that can come in many different forms. Usually it comes in the form of serving. I'm happiest when I'm able to serve somebody. If I'm able to feed the homeless, if I'm able to, donate food, I'm able to donate clothes. I've taken clothes instead of taking it to Plato's or taking it to Salvation Army. I actually have walked up to people in need and was like, hey, do you want this? I have some jeans. You want these jeans? I got some shoes I don't want anymore. Do you want these shoes? I've walked up to people and done that. I've walked out of restaurants and gave people my leftovers. I made sure that I give them a piece I didn't bite off of, but I have given people. And in life, those are the moments that have created the most amount of happiness for me. So it's finding purpose. And that purpose usually comes through serving. When I'm able to preach people the word of God, when I'm able to talk about God and talk about how God saved me in my life, coming from a street environment, doing all kinds of only God knows kind of work in the streets, him bringing me from that and giving me a successful career, a beautiful place to live, just a thriving life. He's the only person I have to thanks. So many things happened in my life that weren't coincidences. I don't believe in coincidences. I believe in design, and I believe everything is designed to happen for a reason, and everything is in a place and position in life for a particular reason. Um, so those are the things I tend to focus on if I am trying to create happiness for myself or joy for myself. It's more about what I do to get the result of happiness from that action. But to do nothing and to feel like you're going to have some sustained amount of happiness is crazy. To in order to receive happiness, it has to come as a result of doing something. Whether it's self-improvement, whether it's working on yourself, trying to become a better version of yourself, trying to grow professionally in your career. So you're getting more certifications or you're going to college, you're putting that work in. Happiness is a result of achieving success from the effort that you put in to achieve that thing. So happiness is always a result of doing something. It is never something that you're meant to go out and find. And this is why it's very confusing when you're in a relationship and a woman says, oh, I'm just not happy. Happiness is something that is derived from self. There's nobody in this world that's going to make you happy. You make yourself happy and you bring that happiness into a relationship that brings healthiness to the relationship. It's an energy that you create for yourself from the result of you doing things, not other people. I can admire people for the things that they do. I can appreciate people for the things that they do, but I'm never going to say my happiness is on somebody else's responsibility. Somebody else has to handle my happiness. I'm putting that on their plate. Their responsibility plate. I'm putting it on theirs. They got to make me happy. You see? It doesn't make sense. So because I find this to be common from women, the reasons for breaking up with people, I wasn't happy. And ladies, because I know I got a 70-30 split on viewership. I know 30% of y'all are women. So I'm always going to speak to y'all too. I'm not just going to say that this is just a woman thing because men say that too. They want to find more happiness. They want to be happy. I'm just talking about my experience as it pertains to being in a relationship and hearing that. I don't date men. So I've never heard a man say that to me, but I have heard women say that. I just want to be happy. I want to find happiness. You don't make me happy, or I haven't been happy lately. Well, that's something you have to change. Now, I can work on creating more happiness for myself as well. And if we bring a happy that energy into our relationship will thrive as a result. But we're not responsible for each other's happiness, you know? So we got to get that out of our mind of placing this accountability on somebody else. This is on us. And it comes down to you understanding, having that self-awareness, having that intuitive kind of thinking to understand that happiness is a result of something that I do that I find purpose in. I find purpose in creating content. I find purpose in creating, self development, self improvement, or relationship type videos. I find purpose in that, and because I find purpose in that, it makes me happy to do it. So understand how to create happiness for yourself. If you want happiness, understand how to create it. But that requires you to become more self-aware and to understand what are some purposeful things that you can do in your life that will generate happiness out of them. That's what you have to come to understand. When you understand that, then you'll be able to create more happiness, more joy within your life because you'll be living a purpose-filled life. But that's all the gems I had to drop on y'all today. I kept it short. I think it's short, kind of sweet, at least 10 minutes, something long enough so that you'll be entertained. Maybe you got a quick drive to the doctor's office, or you got a quick drive to school, or you got a quick drive to work. Hopefully, this helped you on that drive. Hopefully, we took something from this. Stop expecting other people to create happiness for you. Happiness is a self-created thing and is a result of doing something that is purposeful to you. So if we can pull that from this conversation, I think we'll be moving in the right direction. But I thank you guys for checking out this video. If you like my content, please subscribe. Please hit that like. And please leave a comment. Y'all know I like to engage. I like to talk to y'all, man. I respond to everyone. So please leave a comment if you have your own thoughts about this subject. My mind can't, fit everybody's mind. I want other thinkers in here, and how you guys see something I want to know, because it rounds me out. It makes me understand a little bit more, and I can pull a little bit from there, to create more of a rounded view of my understanding. Henry Ford called it a mastermind group. He surrounded himself by the most intelligent people, and he drew from them, which made him smarter in essence. So I want that same kind of community where I can draw from you guys. We can draw from each other and start to learn and grow individually. But I thank you guys for checking out this video. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're here with me, and I appreciate you for that. But I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out.